Spain have won the World Cup.
Messi didn't really touch the ball, did he?
Enzo Fernandez's red card.
He was talking about he likes English people because English people clean his house.
Yeah,
There were the awards handed out as well. Golden Ball went to Rodri.
Player of the tournament, he's been part of the winning side.
Talk about halftime show. Did we all enjoy it, eh?
I'm on my Rooney vibe there. Crap.
We have to talk about the manager.
So he's not failed in your eyes then, has he?
Will it ever come home?
Yes.
On today's show, Spain have won the World Cup. Rodri has won the Golden Ball. And should Thomas Tuchel be sacked by England?
Oh,
I
God.
don't know, that was in it.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Betfred World Cup show, the final one of 2026.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we sat here, Cal, this time last week, and we thought that England could win the World Cup. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Spain have won the World Cup. What's your reaction, mate?
God, we could have come here as world champions. In a different world, in a different life. Yeah, Spain deserve it. Justice were done in final. They were only football side there that turned up. They battered them start to finish. I'm glad they've won. Definitely.
Yeah. Connor, it was a bad final on it overall. Really bad.
Yeah, minging. Especially when you look at the last one. Was it 4-3?
Yeah, like best game ever.
Yeah,
3-3.
But it went...
Argentina on pens.
It was Argentina on pens, yeah. It was what an unbelievable final that was. Because there's comebacks in that as well, weren't they? 'Cause Argies went 2-0 up. Nobody expected it. Do you want me to be honest? I was watching Odyssey at the cinema for about 40 minutes of it because I knew what would happen. I knew Argentina couldn't even compete with them. Spain just take the ball off them. And I just always thought Messi would drift out and Cucurella would do a bit of a job on him. And Baena as well. And it turned out to be like that. Messi didn't really touch the ball, did he?
Even I was a bit surprised by how passive Argentina were. Not in terms of tackles, I mean in terms of attacking play. No shots on target. It's like the most
But then Spain have
one-way...
conceded once all tournament.
They just couldn't compete. So
No.
it was an FA Cup game.
Yeah.
It was an FA Cup game. It was...
They attacked defence constantly.
Yeah,
they just didn't know.
It's just a different level of class. And you look at it and you look at the long-term position, really, of Argentina and you think, take Messi out of that team and then you still got the likes of Otamendi, Paredes. Are they going to be the next World Cup?
No chance.
Do you know what I mean? And then you kind of... I know they've got like Nico Paz coming through and they've got a few others as well, but I don't think we're going to be seeing Argentina anywhere near
No, I think
that
that's them
stage of
done.
it, to be honest.
Good.
No,
Cheating rats.
Yeah, good.
I think Messi has elevated that team to levels they shouldn't have been anywhere near
Yeah,
the final.
and we also shouldn't forget what Messi's done this tournament as well. How unbelievable he's been, and even against us. And we've touched on this game 5 billion times, you know, personally and all this sort of stuff. But he won it for them, didn't he, against us? And that will be a crowning moment for him as long alongside, I should say, him getting the goals and having the impact he did. Messi's had an unbelievable tournament for it. 39, unbelievable.
There were the awards handed out as well. Golden Ball went to Rodri. Maybe we should talk about Messi here. Do you think Rodri's a fair winner of that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's back to Ballon d'Or, Rodri. I think that's how good he is. I think Roy Keane was saying it last night as well. You just watch him as a midfielder, and you just think never loses the ball. Always makes the correct decision.
He's not a safe midfielder either. It's not like he's just them types that just pass it backwards and do note. They just pass it sideways all the time. He is progressive, or quite progressive for a side that
It's physical, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's that as well. Attributes that physically that he's got. But when you're constantly dominating against someone and you're going through low blocks all the time, he picks them passes out forwards rather than letting somebody else do it. He's just a complete midfielder.
Could be a centre back, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could do anything
easily.
He's just a monster.
Yeah, he's for me. Player of the tournament, he's been part of the winning side. He's the conductor. The tempo goes through him. And I think in this tournament, because they've always had superstars, haven't they? They've still got superstars. Everyone looks at Yamal. I remember last time out when they were very good as well. Williams as well was excellent alongside Yamal. But Rodri's just stand out. But then again,
But I don't know.
We've spoke about it as well. You got Danny Olmo. Nobody talks about Danny Olmo, and he's so important. Kabasi, 19. And how many centre forwards has he come up against this tournament and just looked simple for him? Some player.
Spain are obviously by far the best team and have dominated it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rodri was the best player at the World Cup.
Why not?
Because I think Messi was probably better. What was it, 8 goals, 4 assists? Even Mbappé.
You're always going to say Messi as well, aren't you? Because you got to look at Messi and think he carries that team at 39.
I think Jude were better than Messi were.
It is a question. If you take Messi out of Argentina, where do they finish? If you take Rodri out of Spain, where do they finish?
But it's the system with Spain.
Do they win the World Cup?
I won't go that far, but I think they get further than Argentina would. Like it's the system with Spain, whereas Argentina, the system with Argentina is let's just kick living shit out of everybody and get it to best player ever, and there's no else about him.
What a tactic that is, by the way.
It worked, didn't it?
There's an argument. Spain have probably produced the best the best two central defence midfielders of all time.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Busquets and Rodri of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Holding midfielders.
They're brought up to do that as soon as they can walk, though, aren't they? They're in a system straight away. They're not like England, where you're brought up to be like put a tackle in and be quite
athlete.
physical. Yeah, a bit more athletic than technically. But that's what Spain are just excellent at. Do you know what I mean? And I completely agree with you.
And that's where we've got the problem, innit? Because we all thought it kind of started with Pep, and then was it before that when Del Bosque won? That was the World Cup, wasn't it? 2010.
They could repeat that, by the way. They could go Euros, World Cup, Euros.
This is where it's getting a bit worrying when you look at the Spanish again. I think that was the 5th win out of 10 trophies, I think it was, when it comes to obviously the majors. This is the worry with them now, because you look at players like Cabasa, you look at Pedri, you look at Gavi, you look at Yamal, Williams. You know, they are a serious problem. And you know, when you look at kind of the next 10 years, like Carl's just quite rightly said, when you look at what we produce, don't get me wrong, we obviously value technical ability, but we also probably value higher, you know, fight, athletic ability, physicality, runners. You know, that's what we value. And then you look at the Spanish, and they've been sort of the antithesis, haven't they? Because we're all saying in the Premier League, I mean, my club Leeds, it's all about being direct. It's all about winning those second balls. What the Spanish have just done is go, no, actually, this is the formula again.
And the way to beat the best teams in the world and the way to stop Messi, which everyone wanted to do this tournament, don't let them have the ball. They just kept the ball.
Yeah.
And what we saw, Cal, in the final was excellent pressing and winning the ball back from Spain. And Argentina just ended up, even with 11 men at times, just giving them the ball back, playing along. They couldn't do anything to get out.
That's just the system, though, isn't it? Again, like they're just so patient, waiting everything, but it comes from years after years of doing it, watching people above you do the exact same thing. Like when kids are growing up and they're watching, like your Busquets and that, the Spanish kids now are going to be coming up watching your Rodris, that they'll do the same thing. It's just a never-ending supply of these kids that are all playing the same sort of system at Spain.
But we should also get learnings from it as well, because I think the last 9, I was thinking about this on the way in, because they've had like this false 9 for ages now, haven't they?
Yeah.
We've looked at it and gone a bit weird, you know, like Ferran Torres, they've had Oyarzabal, I think's a 9. And now you kind of look at it and think, well, what was the last number? Probably Fernando Torres, the last out-and-out number 9.
I mean, David Villa that time, yeah.
Yeah, and we've got a period of time now where Harry Kane's coming to the end of it, it feels anywhere. But then you've still got the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White, Cole Palmer, you know.
Patch of Jude in there.
Yeah, I'd put Bellingham up front.
So I wouldn't worry.
Or just let him play.
I don't think you're probably getting now coming through the ranks anyway systematically out and out number 9.
No,
I think it's
but we're
not
technically good enough to do something like
well,
that.
That's probably where it needs to change.
So you've got to catch them with certain conditions behind it. You've probably got to be at home against somebody like that to have a chance against Spain. You've got to be bang up for it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that's got to go into it. So Euros in 2 years.
We'll get onto that.
Do you try practice with that sort of formula now though? Do you try go for that sort of like?
But I don't think we're not talking about this Spain team and this England team like it was in 2010, where Spain were doing unbelievable things and we were so far off it.
Yeah.
We have made massive progress in 16 years. St George's Park, semi-finals, quarterfinals, finals. I know we're like diminishing our technical quality a bit, but look at the players we left out of the squad, man. I mean, like Foden, Palmer, Trent.
That can't happen again, though.
Well, whose fault's that, isn't it?
And I know it's been our best finish ever, and I know it's been, and it's correct. That can't happen again. No. You got to bring your best players to a World Cup. But
then we'd always say like it's so easy to say that now though. But before tournament, we've always been saying, you know, when Grealish were like at Aston Villa or something like that, and you think, oh, I'm not taking him because he's one of the lesser players over a bigger name. We've always shouted about taking. To be fair, the Gibbs White one's stupid, but we've always shouted about taking players based on form rather than reputation though. We can't go back to it now just because we've got. Bear in mind, it is his best finish since we've won the thing.
It's just if you've got everything in place, if you've got like a manager in place, I think you've got the right players in place. Obviously, you've got the highest technical level. You're going to be better. And I think from a technical capacity, it's been decent, but we have to also look at the facts. It's been Jude and Kane on it the entire tournament. Could we spread that quality a little bit more, especially with the talent that we've got at home? Because the best players in Spain and the best players in France are with the national teams. They're not with us.
They also, for Spain's case, they all play in Spain, whereas for England, what was it? Saka coming on and scoring some goals in terms of Premier League, but it was Jude not playing in England, Kane not playing in England, Rashford didn't play in England. I think until that third place playoff, none of them were playing in England. Does that help? Is that a big factor?
But then when we're talking about, why is he sat back? Because none of the players, that is a complete fluke that Saka's got that many goals in that game, because he'd not done a great deal in games before that. Rashford hadn't. None of wingers, apart from Gordon, really, done a great deal.
But then it's a bigger question of can they handle the pressure?
Well, obviously not. You know what I mean? That goes without saying, obviously not.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Because if we'd have played like that, if that had been World Cup finals against France, we'd have gone 1-0 up and sat back.
Yeah, we would.
They wouldn't have scored. Imagine scoring 4 goals against France in a World Cup final. It's just not happening.
Both teams wouldn't have set up.
Because there's no pressure, then they show what they're about. But there's obviously something in them that's thinking, let's protect what we've got a minute, because you're so scared of losing it.
I think you can almost predict as well. You can predict if the Spanish were to go into that game or the French were to go into that game, it wouldn't be that dissimilar to what it would be in the final. I think the difference between that fourth and just how fluid we were going forward, and we had the problems. I mean, the defence has got it. I think we've got serious problems at the back. Serious problems at the back.
I think we need a little bit of luck one time to win. Even next one, obviously, it's all set up for it, really, isn't it? I know we're looking ahead of it too early, but if we're at home for every single game, that is a good chance. Do you know what I mean? To get there and do it properly, and maybe then that might sort of not open floodgates, because that's stupid, but then we might be able to win things a bit more consistently rather than constantly losing.
It's Argentina, it's Spain. Argentina had to have that one, didn't they? And then suddenly they're in a final, Well,
Spain had done no ever. And then they went, I know it's obviously a ridiculous team there, but then they went Euros, World Cup Euros, and then they're constantly in finals, or so they're always there or thereabouts after that. So they've got players that have been there and done it. I think once you've got one of that line, then it's a bit easier for you to handle it, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to bring us back to the final as well, go into it in a bit more detail. Enzo Fernandez's red card, Connor, was coming, I think, but also one of the most ridiculous challenges I think I've ever seen in a World Cup final.
How much can we get away with saying on it? There's swear words. Is there? Yeah.
Go on.
There's words that I'd say about that man. I mean, some of the his decorum after it, when he was talking about he likes English people because English people clean his house. I just thought you.
Bearing in mind state to Argentina as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. As an economy, and I just think to myself, they play on the edge, don't they? They play on the edge, but they're thugs. They're thugs.
Exactly. They're not footballers.
They're thugs and Messi, and that's been respectful, and that's not being bitter because England have gone out whatsoever. I can't stand how they go about it. And last night, they're bullies. That's what they are. And last night, the ball was taken off them. They couldn't handle it, and they spat the dummy out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what they did. And you're getting Molina punching Rodri. You're getting Paredes grabbing. Who was it by the net? Was it Garcia by the net? And then Gavi's what, 20 years of age? He's got him on the floor. Paredes an experienced pro. You've got Roberto Ayala punching Dani Olmo. They're a disgrace. There needs to be a rule
change, right, where there needs to be some sort of self-protection thing, where if someone goes like that, you should be able to hit him. Seriously. I don't know how you support... Because they know then, they've got no to lose. That Paredes, he's 34, whatever it is. He's not going to play in World Cup again. He's on his way out. He's playing in Argentina, Dog and Duck League. They don't care. So he can do whatever he wants and not face any real sort of...
They'll praise him for that, though.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, he's got faith in him. He shouldn't be able to do something like that. He should have been able to get back up, whether it were on the floor, and smack him in the nose.
They're always on the edge. They're always on the edge, and me and Cal have said this, but they're always on the edge where I think their level of what they can get away with is at a higher bar than what everybody else gets away with. You look at what was happening in that in the semi-final. How much did Simeone get away with? How much did Paredes get away with? Kane, one tackle. It was a yellow card, but straight yellow card. It's the level of difference between what they can get away with and what other countries can get away with. It's not right. It's not right. And I'm just talking about Simeone there. How bad is he as a footballer, by the way?
That dive he did with Cucurella in the final, by the way, where he barged into him and just went down. But it was him who had the chance last second where he blazed over.
He's not a national football player. He's not. He's just a Nepo baby. That's what he is. He ain't an international footballer.
I think this is it with Argentina, though, isn't it? And they are... I'd take a slightly different view. I agree. I think they get more decisions than most. I think their actions after full-time were disgraceful, disgusting. But... I think you mentioned it was like an FA Cup tie.
Yeah.
I think that's the way you have to try and win it if you're the underdog. I think you have to respect their organisation, their defensive work. And I quite like the fact that they're dogs and they fight and they foul and they take it to the limit.
Yeah, you can do that without being a cheat, though. You know what I mean? You can still have a bit about you and still play them sort of games We aren't even to dive every single time ball comes near. We aren't having 40 fouls and a half.
Imagine if you're
crying about it.
Imagine if you're a spectator and you pay 10, 20 grand to go watch that.
Well, you're an idiot.
I'd be fuming.
You're an idiot anyway.
But understandable. But if you're also just like one of us getting over there and we're paying a bit of money to go and watch it, and that's a spectacle. So it's football versus anti-football. I know you have to. I understand there's ways to win, and Argentina cannot go up against Spanish when it's football. But there's also football etiquette. They're a disgrace. They're an absolute disgrace, and without Messi, they'll look like Barnett. I'm telling you that. But they'll be well organised. They'll be well structured. And they might get to the knockout phases. Do you know what the more telling thing is as well now? Is it's going to be the dominance of European teams.
That's why.
Because now he's gone, Messi. Or he might not. It might still be there in 2 years' time. It'll be 4 years. One obviously not going to be in the Euros.
That's him done.
But 4 years' time, he'll be what 43.
He's done,
I think he's done. Is it a worry now? I don't know, because obviously we're part of it. You got to look at other teams now getting ahead of European teams. I don't think there's going to be many.
It's only Messi and Argentina have stopped European teams winning the World Cup in the last 6 editions now. Brazil 2002, then
1 miles off it
Italy
as well.
2006, Spain 2010, Germany 2014,
Yeah,
France 2018, Messi 22, and now Spain. It is a worry because Brazil are miles off it as well, Carl.
Yeah, exactly.
African teams, maybe we're looking at Morocco.
I think Japan in time, them time. I think someone like Japan might be.
Senegal, maybe Senegal looked reasonably decent. But.
Yeah. Well, Africa always churns out these incredible players, don't they? Now, but yeah, European sides, I don't think you can compete with them really.
And Germany are going to get better, aren't they? You'd expect at some point a bit of a churn with the Italians. The Dutch, I thought, looked better than they have done.
Portugal without Ronaldo.
But
thing is, these domestic leagues are so poor. Like Spain, like Germany, I guess every single player goes to one side that's also really dominant in Europe. But none of Italians are really like that anymore. The Italian league's so bad. Like Dutch league's rubbish. You've got French league's crap, barring obviously PSG as well. But then that probably hinders us because that's why everybody's shattered when it gets to tournament starting, all English lads.
And you were just talking about as well, Kane, and you were just talking about Bellingham. Have they had such an arduous schedule / campaign than what our boys have, the English lads? And I think you can tell.
It's a doddle for them in half at games.
You look at it like that. And we go on about it all the time. I guess when you're kind of looking at Tuchel and we're having that conversation again, you look at someone like Declan Rice and he's knackered, isn't he? He's knackered.
Didn't knackered in the third place playoff.
He didn't.
He's running the shit.
I still think he was really good for his Rice, the tournament. I really do.
He was shattered though, I think. And
he was. Anderson was great. He had a big season.
Some points I think that had to be, we were talking about Manu off air, weren't we? But Wharton was left at home. But there just seemed to be, he needed a bit of a tinkering in there, I think. But yeah, it's just, we were just talking about it as well beforehand. It's going to get worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Premier League season starts in a month. Friendlies have already started.
Arsenal might start quite slow.
Arsenal have already said that Rice and Saka and players of the World Cup aren't. They're not starting the season for them.
We'll see now. Morgan
Coventry first game.
16-1 on Betfred, by the way, for Coventry to beat Arsenal first game of the season. Let's round off the World Cup final, I think, chat with talking about the halftime show. Did we all enjoy it? 27. What do you mean you didn't watch it?
I'm on my Rooney vibe there. Crap.
Yeah, this is all on you, by the way, because I told you for the first half I was watching Odyssey. So
what's it? Half an hour? Was that right?
It was Ronaldo and Ronaldinho sat in the front of a car with Madonna in the back.
I saw that
singing, followed by Miss Piggy, followed by Kermit the Frog, followed by Justin Bieber. BTS came out.
Who?
Like a
K-pop thing.
Both teams to score.
Shakira.
I love them.
Shakira was on.
My kind of
Superb. And that was it. Oh, and then Coldplay came on. And then they put up Love and Peace, and there were loads of kids singing and dances. And America put up a thing about saying love and peace after the year they've had.
Paredes got the message.
Straight in.
27 minutes and 30 seconds, I think it lasted, which is... The halftime show was longer than any extended period of football at the World Cup because of the hydration breaks.
Wow.
Is that a stat for you?
What's that?
Yeah. Thoroughly enjoyable. Hope we never ever see it again.
Yank nonsense.
Also got another stat for you, by the way, talking of Spanish dominance, going back to that. Since May 2001, Spanish teams have played non-Spanish teams in 23 finals in Champions League, Europa League, World Cup and Euros. Spain have won all 23.
Good God.
What?
Good God.
Isn't that the most ridiculous stat you've ever heard in your life?
What?
They've also not lost in 40 games.
In 90 minutes.
De La Fuente has won every single tournament game he's been in charge of, apart from the 0-0 with Cape Verde.
Scary. It's scary.
Isn't that stat? I can't even comprehend that. Since 2001, in all key major finals, the Spanish team have won.
25
Barcelona
years.
versus Man United, Real Madrid versus anyone in the Champions League.
Sevilla's dominance in Europe.
The only one that isn't is in the Conference League, where Rayo Vallecano lost to Palace this year,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
the one that hasn't been included, but it's not really a major.
Yeah.
I don't know how they
What
do
do you
that.
even say to that?
I don't even know how they've managed to do that. But Spain in finals win, Colin.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, it's...
Is that the play style? Is there something bigger
No,
than
because
that?
Real Madrid and Barca are so completely different teams, like football.
Yeah, and they'll have had... Yeah.
Real Madrid have barely got any Spanish lads there.
And then
They
obviously...
don't actually know Real Madrid
They
players
broke
in
up
the
Korea,
Spain
that's
squad,
it.
right? Yeah.
There have been superstars from outside, haven't they, for like Real and Barca, you know. But as I say, I just looked at that team last night and I thought, 2 years' time, I mean, they're going to be better. Hopefully we'll be better as well. But as a national team, how's Rodri going to be in 2 years? What, 30?
32.
Still at this level.
Fabian Ruiz
still,
still
right up
good.
here.
That's what I mean. I mean, like, even take out Rodri. I mean, in the Euros, Fabian Ruiz had a massive part.
There might be some other kid we've not even heard of.
Didn't he?
Forget. It's a problem.
The Young Player Award, by the way, Kabasi. I know you're actually a big fan. Colin,
What a play! Yeah, and I'll be honest, it's probably the first concentrated bit of time I've had to look at him. What a player!
Yeah,
19.
But just like looking at him, the frame of the lad. What do you reckon? 5'11", 6 foot.
Yeah, he's not big.
5'11", 6 foot. Built like a beanpole.
Yeah,
and just.
It sounds like my Tinder profile.
Shouldn't still be upside. But just reads the game so well, as you expect from a Spanish centre-back. Technically gifted, always has a yard on his centre forward as well. I love him. I think 19 World Cup winner. It's not bad, is it?
He couldn't have been in much better system either, really. You know, like he's got Laporte stood next to him.
Yeah, that's good.
Like Rodri sat in front of him. It's such a good environment for someone like him to come through in a tournament like this. It's perfect.
Freddie's come up with a question, which is, can you name the only player to score against Spain at the World Cup? I know it was Belgium.
Doku.
Was it Doku? Was it De Catale? Bang, there we go.
Charles.
Is he a fullback?
No, striker.
Is it Atalanta? Oh, it was Atalanta.
Sorry, I'm thinking like the Kuiper fella.
Yeah.
Completely different now.
Unai Simon won the Golden Glove, pretty undisputed.
Yeah.
That 10 shots on target faced all tournament. That's ridiculous level of dominance. 1 goal conceded, as Freddie says, and Mbappé takes home the Golden Boot. Also is the top World Cup scorer ever now, getting 2 in the third place playoff.
And he's how old? 27, something like that.
Yeah.
So at least another 2 World Cups, really, you'd think.
Do you think goals in the third place playoff should count? There's a question for you.
I don't think there should be a third place playoff. I think first place, to be honest.
That was a farce, wasn't it?
It's crap.
It was. You know, and I had some of my mates saying, "Oh, it's giving me a little bit of confidence." That I said, "Shut up, shut up."
It's a friendly.
It is a friendly.
It's soccer aid on steroids.
It is soccer aid on steroids.
It
was stupid. It was stupid. I mean, what was it, like 15 minutes and they scored 4 against England? Was it 3? We went 4-0 up and then decided
4-3. Yeah,
4-3. It's just stupid.
What did he finish? 6-4.
6-4. Bellingham took it round the entire France team to score the 6th as well. Then he went off celebrating like that, and he was like, "It's not the time, mate."
Come on.
He's
coming to win third place playoff trophy.
The top ever English goal scorer at a World Cup with that goal, Bellingham. No other players got 7 in the tournament.
Again,
that is nuts.
Talking about Kabasi again, you have got to talk about Jude. I wasn't as hot on him as Carl's been, but he's been super. Been England's best player.
Yep.
If England made the final, I think he is player of the tournament.
Yeah.
And I think Kane should win Ballon d'Or as well. You know, having that conversation. Kane? Yeah, he's got second most goals out of any season ever. If it were anybody else, genuinely, you know, if Mbappé had won exact same things that he has, and he got same type of goals, it'd just be unanimous. Yeah.
Was he big enough in the World Cup?
I think
he scored 6 goals, something like that. Got to a semi-final.
Did he score against Norway?
No.
Didn't score in the quarter, didn't score in the semi.
He still scored 6, they do count.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you score.
Unless they're in the third place playoff, they don't count.
That shouldn't exist.
What are the shouts for Ballon d'Or now? Could that be?
I was thinking about
Kabasi.
Kabasi will be there.
Rodri, maybe again. Dembele will probably be up there.
I think when Rodri won the
Rodri had a full season.
But then, you know, when you're just that good in a World Cup, like, it's going to take a lot in it. That's such weighted.
They work it on honours as well, don't they? So, like, he didn't win.
It's got to be careful.
I'm happy for Rodri because I think when he did win the Ballon d'Or, was it 2 years ago now? I think there was kind of a looking down on it a bit.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of justified that, and now he is at a level where you're like,
he's back.
You're with Busquets. You're at that level.
Yeah, I mean, I love Busquets. What a player. He's on his level now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, unbelievable. Should we do a bit more England chat?
Yay!
We don't want to talk about third place playoff anymore. I do want to talk about Jed Spence, though, Cal, because
Monster.
I can't believe his tournament. And I know we lost against Argentina, but that tackle will stay with me forever. He has had
It's not the most English takeaway ever. You know what I mean?
Sad.
Spain winning the World Cup. Sorry, Spence made a tackle.
What a tackle! There were people saying he shouldn't be in the squad, and then he puts in. He was
Yeah, and I
probably one of
agree with
England's.
that. I still don't think
He puts in a fantastic tackle.
But obviously, in tournament itself, he's been a third best player, probably, behind Jude and Kane. He's been mint every single time he's played.
It did take like a breakout tournament for him tonight, because now you can't see an England squad without him now, and it was quite a big progression for him, Colin.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
You can't get on board with a bit of England excitement and positivity now because we've blown.
Yeah,
No, neither can I really. Like, I know we've got a bronze medal, but you come for gold, you still failed, haven't you?
Scrape at the barrel there, right? You say.
Yeah, it's tough.
We probably. I mean, I'd probably said I'd still rated probably Elliot Anderson a bit higher than him.
Yeah, I thought Anderson was superb. Throughout.
Yeah, Spence.
John?
Spence. Nah.
John?
Bit of sleep for that Argentina goal, maybe again.
What?
I think he was asleep for that. He needs to go to sleep.
Free man in the box.
That would not have John's fault. Absolutely no chance. No way.
We have to talk about the manager. There's been a lot of debate about his kind of future and what he's going to do. It looks like he's going to stay. You hate this, go on.
Yeah, because it just shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a question. I'm going to say that. Are you two thinking that he should be sacked? Either of you?
How long have we got here?
As long as
sacked?
go on.
Yeah.
Mental.
It's not. You always do this. You always do this. You just say it's mental.
Why? What do you mean why?
He came in and he had a little bit of a cheeky dig at Southgate when he came in. He said England was scared to win Euro 2024.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
And what did he was? We weren't brought in. Tuchel was not brought in.
Yep.
So to get to the semi-final,
He's not been brought in for a long-term project.
He failed. End of the day, he failed.
Right.
Did you think we wouldn't World Cup before we started? No, you didn't. I'll answer it for you. No, you didn't. So he's not failed in your eyes then, has he? You know, before it starts, if you're thinking we're going to get to a semi-final, that's exactly.
Who cares what I think apart from Betfred?
But you.
all I'm saying.
So you'd sack him even though you think he's done exactly what we thought we'd do.
That was the remit. We've gone for a German manager, which is controversial in itself. Which I don't. But
he's here now.
It doesn't.
So...
It genuinely doesn't bother me from that perspective. It really doesn't. But there was a conversation, obviously, of Carsley. A few people mentioned Frank Lampard as well. Who I don't personally have, but the whole point was to go and get him. His remit was, it's not a long-term project, it's not the Southgate project, it's to win this tournament. That was the MO. We've got enough talent, you come in, win as a tournament. That's it. He's failed.
And it was
every other manager get sacked that should win it.
I think when you look at other managers, like we were just talking about De La Fuentes, and we've looked at all the other managers as well, I think they are brought in for a long-term project and a sustained project. He's brought in. We've sold our soul a little bit for Tuchel. We have. We've sold our soul a little bit.
I agree, but it's gone now. We're not getting it back.
No, I understand that.
Bothered.
I understand that. But you can still change it.
International football and this tournament has shown us that international managers are not club managers.
No, I agree.
Scaloni, incredible with the youth team, came in, won everything for Argentina.
De La Fuente
did the same thing.
I agree.
Southgate with England did the same thing. Look at the big name managers at this tournament. Tuchel, you have to say, failed. Ancelotti,
failed.
Disaster.
Awful.
There were a few other big names.
So let's just
Nagelsmann, Germany,
let's say we sack him.
failed.
Are you going back for Southgate then because of the together?
That's the only reason I probably wouldn't.
Who's the manager that we're going for? Who's better than Tuchel right now that we can realistically get?
We've got Super Frankie Lampard.
I'm telling you, no. In a couple of years, I agree with you. Frank Lampard is someone that I would go for.
So what's the point in that? What's the point in having Tuchel now then if you'd have him in a couple of years?
Because I'd have him for home Euros, absolutely.
What, Frank Lampard?
No, I'd have Tuchel for home Euros.
Eddie Howe?
Definitely.
Can I throw Eddie Howe in there?
No.
But he's more experienced than he's proven himself to be a better Premier League manager than Frank Lampard. I think Eddie Howe.
I think there's a project. I think there's a project for Southgate. I think Southgate achieved that project. I don't think it was ever to get as far as he did. I think he laid the foundations now for Tuchel and made it a lot easier for Tuchel, in my opinion, anyway. And we've got to this point of which that was the MO. He's failed.
Do you know what it is, Con?
So would you have kept Southgate then? If you're saying that and coming to this tournament, we've got to a semi-final. Do you think we'd have got past Mexico with Southgate?
I do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I really don't.
Do you know
that's where I disagree.
Do you know what it is? I think Southgate's time was over. I think that's fine. I think he'd done enough tournaments and the negativity was against him.
Which I don't think is fair, by the way, because he's still a very good manager.
It was frustration with Southgate. It was frustration. But the thing is,
the Italy one.
Croatia as well. It's frustration.
Croatia were better than us. Croatia had a better team.
Croatia probably were better.
Italy were very good, by the way.
They
were 34 games unbeaten.
Italy were fantastic in that tournament.
They were 34 games unbeaten.
They were finished third in the group.
Yeah, but they were.
No, they won the Euros group.
No, I'm pretty sure they're third. I swear down. I think they're
they
won.
Definitely, they won every game.
Won the first game like 3
and
or 4.
And then tournaments either side didn't qualify both sides. But then for some reason, at our place and all, we expected Italy better than us in that period.
Yeah, but we got them to a penalty shootout. People forget that as well. We could have easily won that penalty shootout. And the narrative
when we were
different.
goal up at second minute, when we're talking about Tuchel sitting back, that's exactly what Southgate did.
Yeah,
which again, I know what you're going to say.
That's the difference.
I agree with you, but the context around it is we're not playing Italy. We're playing Argentina, who are a set of thugs and dogs. We didn't touch the ball for 15 minutes after a scoring goal in first place from him bringing subs on.
That's
not Tuchel's fault.
We made 2 successful passes since till scoring.
Is Tuchel going to go on the pitch himself and play it ball out?
No.
He can make changes. He can make changes. He doesn't take Gordon off for Ezra Konza. That's what he did. Went to a back 5.
Oh, we've not touched the ball for 15 minutes after us scoring the goal.
We didn't touch the ball. You think putting Konza on for Gordon is going to help us keep the ball? So what, we're going to bring a
Rashford on or a Saka, punt the ball up to him, even though we can't get it in first place, and then we're going to chase lost ends. They're going to get a throw and send it straight back in.
So what about the?
There was nothing we could do.
We were taking into context that third place playoff, right? And even just the style of football, I thought at points, you're literally getting our centre backs hoofing the ball up, and because it's 2 versus 2 at the back, you got one man versus one centre back, another versus another centre back. There's competition. The second ball's to be won. You could have done that. You could have done that. So I'm talking about the France game the other day. There was Tony and Watkins up top.
Right.
So why in that game can you not bring maybe Watkins on or Tony on, go to a front 2, do something a bit different?
But it's so easy to say that. We're 1-0 up, right? With half an hour left in a semi-final, and you're thinking, let's take Kane off, let's put 2 strikers on and 2 wingers and get an outlet.
But sometimes that can be the best.
Ridiculous.
But Carl,
just put Saka. Just change the wingers. Just put Saka on for Rodgers.
But we're not touching the ball.
And Rashford. Yeah, but you don't. If you're contained, and then you can hit them on the break, as we did basically.
But we didn't. We did for 15 minutes. As line started here after a goal, and it dropped before Southgate. You know what I mean? Before Tuchel had made us up, as line is going like this instinctively. We've all sat here and agreed that if we played France in final, the mentality side of things meant that we wouldn't have done that as well.
Do you know what it is?
Back,
do you know what it is? Cam?
Regardless of the subs,
we were sitting back, but because Gordon and Spence were there doing their job on the left hand side, Messi wasn't getting any space. He switched it to a back 5 and went, there you go. We'd have never best player ever.
Right? Everybody were knackered. All of them were shattered. We didn't close down man on edge of box Fernandez, which is Anderson comes out to him. Kane sat at left back. Jude don't go out to him in time. Everybody's all over the place because we're defending. Everybody is shattered.
All I'll say,
regardless of the subs, we would have lost that game.
All I'll say is
when
I've played football before, we've all played the game. If a defender comes on. If a defender comes on for an attacker and you go to a back 5, it changes your mentality consistently.
And I agree with you. If his mentality weren't changed, the second we scored goal in first place anyway. We didn't make a sub and then it changed. It changed as soon as we scored.
I think as well. You were just talking about when you put an extra defender on. If you put an extra attacker on, sometimes that can be the best form of defence as well, because you win the balls in the opposite half, you win free kicks, you do all this sort of stuff. So I don't know why we have to go to this fortress at the back, which by the way is penetrable, because you've got Lautaro Martinez at 5'9" getting in between Dan Burn and John Stones.
To get it out though, to find an outlet, you've actually got to touch ball for first place. Like they're getting crosses in and we're heading it out onto edge of his own box. There is no one there to then get that ball further up in first place. We're just getting suffocated.
But you can oof the ball.
They did to us, right? What Spain did to Argentina last night. That's what Argentina did to us.
But they pushed all of their defenders higher up because we had no threat. Harry Kane was out of the game. So they're now effectively, if you put another centre forward on, they're going to pull one of the defenders back.
Yeah.
So they're pushing all their defenders on.
We have no threat. Kane, I'd have swapped for a different striker, but I wouldn't have brought wingers on. I still wouldn't have done it.
Argentina took Tagliafico off and put on Gonzalez left winger as soon as they realised
that
we weren't putting.
He's a left winger. He's a left winger, wasn't he?
They had Alvarez on. They had Martinez on. They put Messi on the right wing. It's like they just went for it.
Tuchel obviously has got it wrong. The players have got it wrong, and like we all sat here and agreed, like I just said, if we'd have played France in that final and we're exact same team and exact same everything, we would have not scored 4 goals in first half. No. We'd have scored 1 and we'd have defended. And it's not like he's making a sub in 15th minute or whatever it is when we go 1-0 up. It's because it's instilled into players to defend immediately as soon as we went.
So there's no open 2 years then.
I
disagree at all.
Going back to the start of this whole point, you said, did Tuchel in England meet expectations in semi-finals?
No, I think he's failed. Of course he's failed.
So yeah.
In my mind.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I'm right.
No,
because I think we'll win World Cup. Do you know what I mean? Nobody else really is serious thinking that we'll win World Cup.
But you also
we're
just
like fourth favourite.
But you've also just said that you'd look at Frank Lampard in 2 years' time. You said that at the very beginning.
Yeah, because I think Frank Lampard is someone that's suited long term to. I think he's a very good manager anyway.
Yeah.
I said this before I even got promoted.
Yeah, I
to
remember
commentary.
saying it.
I just think Lampard is a good manager.
And they're all going to look up to him, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, and that's before Tuchel were even. I didn't think we would for a start, or we'd be able to go for a Tuchel or a Pep.
So for the home tournament now, sorry, Si, but let's say there is an option right now.
I want experience. I don't want to go into it thinking who's going to be best fit for dressing room and everything. I want to go into it thinking who's going to give his best chance of winning. And I think a manager like Tuchel is, regardless of the fact that he's German. And that he's got one mistake wrong.
It's not his one mistake though, because he picked that entire squad, which I think is full of mistakes.
Yeah.
Why did Madueke go?
60? He's got his second best finish ever.
I know, but come on. So
you don't even think we're going to win it before it starts.
But you've already said that third place thing don't mean anything.
No,
nobody cares. It's a glorified friendly.
No, but as a fact, it's his second best finish ever. Factually, regardless of that, I think it's shit. It's still the second best finish we've ever had.
It's a semi-final exit, is what it is, really.
Yeah, of course it is.
So that's the same as we did in 2018, the same as we did in 1990.
I don't understand it, Cal. I don't get it. You said he's failed, and then you've said you'd have Frank Lampard in 2 years' time. It don't make any sense.
Saying, right? It's every time that Man City don't win league, sack Pep Guardiola and get someone else in. And every time you don't win the division, or any time you don't win something, and you're expected to sack him and get someone else.
No, it's not, because they've won it multiple times before. So it's not. You can't compare that.
I don't think it's the fact we went out in the semi-final. I think it's the way we went out, and I think it's the fact he repeated Southgate's mistakes. I think it's the squad he picked.
And we're a better team.
I think it's the fact that he came in with this whole we weren't brave enough, and then the exact
he's
same
cocksure, wasn't he?
But you're not actually saying it to a player and then them doing it. It's two different things. If you're bringing
the players have come out and said we shouldn't have done that.
Can I just say another thing, right?
That
Imagine if you heard about Rashford or Saka on. If we truly sit here and think that they would have stood on halfway line and stood there, touchline, chalk on boots, ready to go, absolutely no chance. If you'd have brought a winger on, they'd have sat in left back.
No, they'd have sat in the space in front of Jed Spence, which is where Messi was. It's literally where Messi was stood.
The players just defend, regardless of who they're bringing on. The mentality has shifted as soon as we scored that goal, regardless of subs, regardless of what you're telling them to do. They're all in mindset of let's protect this house sort of thing. That is what they're thinking. That's what you do.
But we were doing that.
I seriously don't think you can do anything to win as that game.
But switching to a back five is what lost us the game.
But they were defending immediately. We didn't have a back five when Gordon scored, did we?
No.
Right, so for 15 minutes, why are we defending?
Because we were trying to contain what we had, but we were defending not that
contain
badly.
What we had.
Yeah.
So before Tuchel's even made a sub, he's already seeing this is what my players are doing. Regardless of what I want to happen, regardless of what Tuchel wants to happen in that moment, he's seeing what's in front of him. Everybody is defending. No.
But what did Argentina create? They had one header, right? The Martinez header and Pickford saved it. We gave Messi half the pitch to do what he wanted with.
But Tuchel
that would have somebody should have gone to
anything about that apparently.
Oh my god. All right, fair enough.
Right,
we know more than Tuchel then. Right.
So you're sticking with Tuchel for 28?
100%.
I would, even though I think he's failed, because I don't think there's a better option out there, which is a rubbish place to be. Con? If you want to get rid, who would you have instead?
Well, that's a problem, innit? It's a problem.
That's what I mean. It's just easy to say, let's sack him and get a win.
That's the issue. Well, that's the issue with the lack of promising young England coaches.
That's the biggest. The wider issue.
Lee Carsley.
And Premier League jobs are bigger than England job at end of the day.
I think we lost with Cars, didn't we? And then we won one, didn't we? The one, was it 3-0 with Angel Gomez? Angel Gomez came in, didn't he? And you just thought to yourself, all right, a bit of youth there, similar sort of idea.
Carsley failed when I think we lost to Greece, he tried to play Bellingham and Foden up front or something. Yeah. And he tried something and it backfired, and I think the FA panicked and went, no. Maybe that was an error. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe we'll be all right in 2028. What? We need to look at it. It's 2028 now. England are 9-2 to win the next Euros on Betfred. Third favourites behind France and Spain.
What's the squad, Si?
As you'd expect.
Thoughts what? The squad?
The squad, yeah. If we're making odds and making predictions now, there could be completely different players in 2 years' time.
We could win it.
Tuchel probably won't. Get Frank in.
A home Euros, Cal, you have alluded to it earlier in the show. It's a massive chance, isn't it?
100%, and it were last time. You know what I mean? We should have won against Italy. That's the worst loss that I've ever seen England do. I think it's worse than Iceland, that. I swear on my life. But yeah, obviously being at home for every single game.
Sorry, worse than Iceland?
Yeah. The context around it.
We lost on penalties to Italy, who were unbeaten in 35 games.
I don't care.
It's a massive missed opportunity. But losing to Iceland was
Don't care. No, it's not. Don't care. Would we have won that after if we'd have got through Iceland? Would we have won?
No, 100%
no. But if we'd have bet Italy, we'd have won.
Well, yeah, that's how finals work.
At home. against a side that ain't qualified for niche either side of it for ages. The Italy is the worst loss I've ever seen in my entire life, even including Barnsley in that, and I've seen a lot of them.
Wow.
Worst loss I've ever seen.
Spain 4-1, France 4-1.
Spain are going to be obviously massive favourites. France, but yeah, I can understand them both being in front of us. Yeah. You know what I mean? But with us being at home, I'm going to say the same thing as always. I think we'll win it.
Just as long as we're not 1-0 up, trying to defend the lead.
Yeah. Regardless what manager is.
Spain didn't go ahead. Spain didn't go behind at any time during their World Cup win. Maybe we need to not go ahead until the 90th minute.
We should invade Spain.
All right.
Okay.
And take all the players, and then we'll win. Because they're better than us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Line about Gibraltar or something in there, maybe. Yeah.
Take them all.
Let's finish the show. It's been quite a heated debate there, wasn't it? Quite nice.
I'm batting for a German.
Who'd have thought?
What are your thoughts on the World Cup overall? Obviously, big spectacle, bigger than ever. Football, I don't know if it was great, Con, to be honest with you.
Nah. Prefer Qatar.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm trying to think. Final was terrible. Iconic moments.
The Azteca
I think
was
a lot of the best games included us, which makes it
worse. That makes it worse.
It makes it, true actually.
Because you care about England.
But
so
then the
much
Mexico won at games at tournament. I think Croatia won at games at tournament as well.
Yeah, but World Cup, yeah.
Do you know what? A lot of the really big games involved us. Like even that, I know I didn't even watch it to be fair, but the 6-4 England-France just shouldn't exist, should it really?
It's just
that all the England games.
And the Argentina games were entertaining.
Yeah, even the Congo one would have been good for a neutral.
Egypt game was good. The Argentina, Cape Verde. That Argentina and England were probably the two most, which is weird because we've hammered Argentina for being defensive and boring, but they have been one of the
maybe the times affected everything as well. The times, when you're having to watch the games in the groups.
But that made the Mexico one a bit more of something. I think that you had to stay up like that for it.
Yeah, I don't. Not for me. Not a great World Cup.
No, I don't think so either. Cal,
it'd have been classic if we'd have won it though.
Yeah, it would have been the best World Cup ever. Wouldn't it? Cal, give a message to the camera for me. Will it ever come home?
Yes. Next Euros. 2 years time.
2 years time, it's going to come home. We'll be here for it, hopefully. Thank you very much for watching us at any point during the Betfred World Cup show. It's been quite the spectacle. And we will see you. We're going to come back with Sportsman Untitled next week, so stay tuned on the channel for that. We'll be back with our championship content. But for the World Cup, we're done and dusted for another 4 years. Spain are world champions. England failed at the semi-final stage. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the World Cup content, and we'll see you next time. Lads, we forgot to do something in our World Cup show, and Conor McGilligan very kindly reminded of this after filming. Because if you watched last week's show, we had a bet, didn't we, Conor? Conor, tell us what they were, because you've remembered.
Mr. Fowler over there said that Argentina won't score more than one goal against England.
And how many did they score?
Oh, close.
They scored 2.
Oh, God.
That's £10. That's £10. And then
I had another one and off.
Said that France would beat Spain, and I said they'll take the ball off them and they'll beat them comfortably. And you said that as well, didn't you? Joined in on the bet. So that's £30 to Conor McGilligan.
There you go, you traitor.
We've had a cheers, mate.
Oh yeah, no.
Thank you. That's first.
Hand it over. There we go.
We've had a stinker, haven't we, Cal? Really.
France
France have let us
to the
down.
less fortunate. I mean.
I will say, you did call Spain, really, from fairly early on.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Congratulations.
I did, mate. I did.
Well
It's just how it went, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what a good man would do at this point?
He'd buy his dinner.
He would do something even better than that. There's a lot of local charities that I know would really appreciate 30 quid. I think you've got a chance now, Conor, on camera to say who you're going to give it to. What are you going to do with the money?
I'm going to put it into the One Leeds Foundation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our World Cup show. Conor's got his money. He's a happy boy. We will see you next time.